hair. Greetings, my people. Greetings, my people. I greet you in the words of a BB Fahodier. Today is, what is today? Today is Monday, March 28th, 2022. It is 4:40 p.m. Okay. I guess you would have had to been living under a rock the last 24 hours to not see what happened yesterday at the Oscars. And the question that that I posed was, Will Smith right to do what he did? And we got to unpack this. Okay. Now keep in mind, this is not about Jada's indiscretions, her entanglement, their open marriage, the freakazoid children. It's not about that. What to me was he right? Yes. Now, as people have talked to me, I'm not gonna say he should have did what he did, but you got to do something. You get what I'm saying? Because this is the thing. And see, the picture that's being painted is, again, black male aggression, black male violence. Now here we are at the Oscars. They give out stuff for movies. Sometimes the most violent, homosexual, whatever, transgender type movies, the most degeneratized movies, they give out awards for them, but then they'll say, we don't promote or condone no type of violence. Okay, one. Also, okay, you have to learn that sometimes you gotta stop playing with people. Okay, and I'm gonna unpack this, even what he shouldn't have done. But because when I first initially, somebody sent me the video, I was like, why would he hit the comedy guy just for a G.I. Jane joke? I was like, no, that ain't cool. You shouldn't have done that, blah, blah, blah. Whoop, whoop. But this is why you shouldn't always be so reactionary to speak on something. Sometimes you got to sit back and do a little bit more digging. So as I dug and I found out she was battling with alopecia, which makes her hair come out, the whole dynamic's changed. You get what I'm saying? So two, we're looking at a man that's with his wife. Okay, now think about this. Chris Rock makes a joke. Now this go back to 2016. We're gonna get into 2016, but Chris Rock makes a joke in 2022 about somebody. Now that's the equivalent of alopecia is not severe as cancer, but the hair loss has the same type of effect on people. If you ever been around somebody that passed away from cancer and they got to cut their hair, we know that they have, they feel self-conscious. They feel a little bit unattractive or whatever have you. So and people keep saying, oh, well, he laughed at the joke, this, that, and that. I'm not going to say it was cool. I don't know. This is what I don't know. Was he laughing at that joke or was he laughing at the previous joke? So I don't know. I'm not going to unpack whether he laughed at the joke. But just imagine, before we get deeper, if he had done nothing. If he had laughed and done nothing, what the headlines would be. Black men don't protect their women. You're a sucker. You don't stand up for your wife. You let somebody insult your wife and you did nothing. You get what I'm saying? So you're already in a catch-22 situation. So in this catch-22 situation, even though he may have been, because also Hollywood requires you to do a whole lot of fake laughing, fake smiling. I don't know what that laugh was about. But the act that followed, like I said, I'm not going to say he should have hit him. He should have did what he did. But you got to do something as a man. Because it's deeper than just her. He got a daughter. So if I don't check it this year, how far is Chris Rock gonna go next year? You gonna take a shot at my daughter? You gonna keep taking a shot at my son? You're messing with my family name. So everybody keeps saying, "Oh well, he shouldn't have did this," and I'm watching a lot of people, and a lot of people are being exposed for how they would have handled this situation. So just thinking now, let's back it up and go into Jada's seat. Whether you like Jada or not, get out your emotions. Be non-emotional about listening to things. You got a husband. Now, we don't know if she sit up nights crying about her hair loss. We don't know what take place. Just like we don't know the freaky deaky things they do. We don't know what took place, whether she sat up crying and she sat up feeling low in herself, about self-conscious about how she looked. So she's crying out to her husband about, she's already feeling self-conscious about going, going out. And just think, okay, he makes this joke, G.I. Jane, and we know what G.I. Jane is. That was Demi Moore, where she had to cut her hair. Demi Moore cuts her hair and she's bald head. So the joke is specific to your wife's hair that she's self-conscious about. You dig what I'm saying? So just think now, we still in her shoes. Everybody in this place is laughing at you at that person's expense. Whether you like her or not now, whether we don't bring in her entanglement, let's deal with she got a sickness. Because sidebar, remember everybody joked on Chadwick Boseman? So y'all forget. Everybody joked on Chadwick Boseman. He was dying of cancer. So that was funny. We joked on Chadwick Boseman. He had cancer. So let's just go back around. Everybody in this place laughing at her at his expense. You as a man, I'm talking to the masculine energy. What that ride like gonna be home if everybody clowned you in the building and everybody laughed at your wife's hair and you did nothing? Like I said, I ain't saying he should have did that, but you got to do something. It's up to you. So, okay, now Chris Rock, when you've insulted a man, this is how out of touch we are when we say stuff out of pocket. Watch your mouth. Because sometimes, just like the last video I did with George Lopez, we talking about, oh, this is comedy. Just like the last video I did with D.L. Hughley and George Lopez, where George Lopez degrades a black woman and says, "Get out of here, you bitch." If you and D.L. Hughley backs him up and say, "Well, if you don't want to come to this and hear jokes, don't come." See, sometimes you ain't paying to be insulted by a comedian. You here for jokes. So just think about it. Everybody making a joke at your expense. Everybody in the building, they're all going to laugh at you. So this is where Chris Rock slept on the game, because you just made an insulting joke and you knew it. Because you said, come on, that was a good one, or whatever he said. And then this man comes up and walks up on you and you're like, uh-oh. See, this is why you think everybody ain't playing. And he slapped the taste out of his mouth. Now, was he right? I already said, well, he was right to do something. Yes. Now, should he did that? That's up for you. You answer at your own. We always want everybody to do the same thing. We always say there's a better way. Also, another sidebar. Now, because all of these people, it's all about white folks being uncomfortable. So this is about, white folks being uncomfortable, because remember when it was the Versus and 3 6 Mafia and Bone had that fight? A lot of people that saying it should have been a better way and he should have did this and you can't did this, they were all promoting that. Now that was violence. But we act like scared slave. We said, well, you can't do this at the Oscars. Y'all get what I'm saying? So when it's this, we got to be on our best behavior. We got to always be told not to behave like this. This man has been ridiculed. This man has been the butt of jokes. This man has been called corny. This man has been called all this. He's watched people insult his family. Sometimes you have a breaking point. Now, again, I ain't saying he should have hit him, but you got to do something. He's right to do something. So this is where, to me, they slept on the game. Because in 2016, I think it was, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody in the comments, when you declare boycott, see, we don't understand. We play with words. Boycott is a strong word. So when she called for a boycott because he didn't get an award for whatever movie it was at that time, you declared war on your enemy. So we don't understand what time it is. I promise we don't. We don't understand what time it is. So in not understanding what time it is, you didn't get denied that time, and you were mad at these people, and you went out and you told people to do this. See, white terrorism don't forget. White terrorism don't forget what you did. So fast forward 2022, you get accepted for King Richard, which was a great movie. You get accepted. You get a nod. You're happy now because they accept me. They still don't like you, but they just like the movie you did. They bugged out to even go there. To me, you sit back and you don't even show up. You let them send your award to you. That way, Chris Rock don't get to say what he said about your wife's hair, and you don't go up there and slap the taste out of his mouth. Chris Rock don't let the smooth taste fool you. So there's a lot of things that could have been done different, but you got to do something. So to the males that's going to watch this video and drop a comment, hit the like and drop a comment. If somebody insults your wife, your girlfriend, your daughter, your mother, that's going through something medical, are you going to say, well, I can't do this, I can't do that? It's a ripple effect. His daughter think, you ain't even defend mom. Everybody laughed at him. Sometimes you put into tough situations, what you'll do on the spot. But again, like I said in the beginning, now this is going to be made because we know that the first thing they always want to check and make sure it never happens is black male aggression. They can take us homosexual. They can take us aggressive only toward each other. They can take us effeminized. All of these lower level things. But we must be careful with black male aggression. Because Kathy Griffin, with her little pale self, that's what tripped me out. Her tweet was something to the nature of, that was out of pocket, or whatever she said. I'm paraphrasing. That was out of pocket what he did. He was wrong for what he did. But as I remember, Kathy Griffin, you got fed to the wolves for your little stunts you pulled with Donald Trump. I keep telling y'all, these people are not your friends. They thought they had friends in that place. We always crying about we're not getting Oscar nods. We're not getting this. We're not getting that. And then we go sit in these places when they think about us. You got to think deeper. But at the end of the day, it's about protecting your name and not letting nobody play with your name. You're not going to disrespect. My mom passed away. You're not going to disrespect her name. My granddaughter, you're not going to disrespect her name. You're not going to disrespect my name. If we take our name as seriously as we take our money, we'd have strong lineages. Make sense what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times females pay attention to how dudes are responding. Because if he's making it about, well, she a thought, She a bust down. I don't care what she was. They still married. That's still his wife. Get a divorce. If that's still your wife, if that's still your daughter, you protect your people. I didn't get along. Listen, I didn't get along with my grandmother, but nobody was going to disrespect her. We're too situational with our protection. We want to protect the image of the Oscars, though. We're so funny. We're so funny. So, I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy because sometimes you're in a damn if you do, damn if you don't situation. I'm not in, like I say, and I was telling my fam, I'm probably the wrong person to have this conversation with. Because I think we care about, there's this book called White Fragility. And I think we've been induced to always caring about white fragility, how they're going to see us. Go back and read that book. Like I said, read 100 Years of Lynchings. Read, it's, what's it called? I always give it out. Hooded Americanism by David Chalmers. And these are the people we're saying we want to, be appropriate in front of. You just got to think. A lot of times I'm starting a business, so therefore they say I have to not do any more videos like this. I can't speak about what's happening because, see, a lot of times, how I want to say, we tell people they got to kind of sell out and not be themselves, and then when they forget who they are, we tear them down. That makes sense what I just said? Meaning, like, we'll say, okay, when you're on your way, you can't say this. You can't protect your Black legacy. We're the only ones as Blacks and Africans, and we even arguing over that. Are we Black? Are we African? Are we indigenous? We're confused. But we are the only ones that are always being told to forget our legacy for the sake of money. To abandon our culture for the sake of fame. Do y'all remember when Steve Harvey, not the sellout, was talking to Miss Monique? I always call her Miss because I have the utmost respect for Monique the comedian. And if y'all can, go back and listen to that clip. And he's almost angry when he's talking to her. Because this is how he's talking to a strong, bold Black woman. Again, whether y'all like Monique's politics or not, you got to be unemotional about things. Take your emotions out. I'm not a fan of the Smiths. I'm not a fan of Will. I've always talked about I didn't agree how he kissed his son in the mouth. So sometimes it's just like, and I'm gonna get back to Steve Harvey. It's just like when you're non-emotional and you can speak about something, like when I'm non-emotional and I speak about Donald Trump and I say some things Donald Trump says I agree with, people automatically think I'm a Trump supporter. Because we gotta be absolute. Either we absolutely like something or we absolutely against it. So back to Steve Harvey and Monique. Go watch this clip. He's almost angry. He says, Sydney, meaning her husband, Mr. Sidney. He says, Sydney can't be the type of man out here in this world. You just can't flex up. He's saying that you can't be a strong Black man. You can't be proud of your Blackness in front of this. You gotta put that up. But if somebody's Vietnamese, if somebody's Spanish, if somebody's Cuban, if somebody's Mexican, whatever nationality you want to put out, they can proudly say they love their women. But we don't. We're the only ones that if we say we love Black women, we got to pause and then do a disclaimer. Oh, that doesn't mean I don't love my own. proud of who you are. Be proud. You don't have to give a disclaimer of why you love what's yours. We gotta take our place, black men. Stop being cowards. You cut up. You know, I'm old school. So I was raised by old school mama. Sometimes it's like, the saying of like, you get handled when you cut up. If you cut up in the grocery store, you're gonna get your behind beat in the grocery store. So I think we're so invested in you can't behave like this. These are the Oscars. Okay. I simply think boycotts are not meant to end. If you declare it on them, don't show up no more. No matter, get your paper, do your movies. Nobody's saying don't do that. But you've already said how you felt about this place. Why are you there? Make sense what I'm saying? So, I'm not going to lull you to sleep so long. If you like this video, please hit like, and you can share. I'm more open. I think people should hear more of this about strong black male opinion, men opinion. We always got to try to paint a narrative. No, I paint my own narrative. I'm clear in my words of what I'm saying. So you rewind this video, you don't have to get it twisted of what I'm saying. There's no confusion of what I'm saying. But it's okay to be strong, black men. It's okay to love your women. It's okay to stand up and protect your wife. And last point, I know I keep saying last point. I hope, with Jada, that she stops saying these embarrassing things about Will at these red tables about. I think she came out a little while ago and talking about they're having trouble in the bedroom. And then, of course, the entanglement. So stop embarrassing, your husband. He's defended your honor on the highest level. So much that it could cost them, because it's not just going to cost him. They're a family. We play with marriage so much till we forget that we are one. It's a union. So I'm just hoping that she really finally, has his back the way he's shown he has hers. But I ain't here to discuss her entanglement. That's not what it's about. It's about you cutting up and dissing somebody that's sick. You make fun of my wife that got cancer. I don't know. But I'm not going to talk your head off. I hope you like this video. Please, like I said, for the ones that just popped on, go back and listen and let me know. Comment in my section and let me know what you think about my thoughts. I respect and I appreciate everybody that tunes in. I leave you how I greeted you in the words of a BB for Hodier, African liberation for African people. Peace.